Welcome back for another deck tech. This is another super simple deck tech for one of my favorite commanders that I've seen in a long time. Came out of a commander product, Xantcha. So I really like being able to give her to someone else, and everybody else just does my work for me and kills off that player and draws cards. The card draw, I feel like, is a plus and kind of incentivizes, as it were, opponents to attack. But I really just want someone to die via being, I guess, being bloodlet, like people taking their damage in the cards from hitting that player. But I actually have to have ways to kill Xantcha off once that controller dies and it comes back to me. I need to have a way of stopping that. But with this deck tech, the thing we're really going to start with is cards that really abuse her ability. Heartstone reduces the cost to... It can only cost 2 to deal 2 and draw a card off of that player. Vow of Malice I can equip onto or attach onto Xantcha. Vow of Lightning I can attach. I apologize about that. My camera stand went down, and this is kind of unscripted, so I was not ready for that. Crown of Doom allows me to play this on the ground, or play this onto my battlefield, and then essentially I can just give it away for 2 mana, and then people start losing more life because it's getting pumped. The creatures are getting pumped when they attack the person who owns Crown of Doom, and it doesn't get sent back to me, so it's pretty sweet. Balduvian Warlord allows me to save Xantcha if someone was like, hey, let's kill her off, I'll block if you attack. Endbringer, it untaps during every untap step and allows me to either ping things, changes up combat by not allowing things to attack or block, and just allows me to draw cards late game. Marchesa's Decree, we're getting into incremental damage, just like, other than being able to pay 2 and ping people, it's just kind of like slow bloodletting, just incremental damage. Just de-incentivizes people from attacking me. Sower of Discord, I usually pick the person who gets Xantcha and someone else, and then they're just swapping life loss back and forth. Psychosis Crawler, whenever I draw a card, everybody loses some. Harsh Mentor prevents people from losing some. Betrayer and Varchild's War Riders, I love these. I just like being able to give people 1/1s that can't attack me, and they're just attacking each other, and then I get them back if, either of these creatures dies. Painful Quandary forces people to discard a card or lose 5. Citadel of Pain just requires people to either activate Xantcha or just lose life on their own. Spiteful Visions, everyone's drawing additional cards, and then when they do, it's dealing 1 for each card. Pain Magnification, if someone's dealt more than 3 damage in a turn, they discard a card. It's kind of sweet. Rampaging Frostodon, they just can't gain life back. Angrath is our last of our incremental damage. Just the +1 is really, really sweet. Just everyone discards and loses. Now we're getting into some mana. Treasonous Ogre allows me to just pay 3 life and add mana. Brass's Bounty just gives me artifacts or treasures to sacrifice. Mana Geyser, Neheb, Cryptghast for black mana. Sire is just kind of a value creature that I really like. It's not really relevant to this deck. Could be replaced by anything. But I do like the fact that it makes everyone discard their hands, and then they're really incentivized to use Xantcha's ability to start drawing cards and hurting the player who has Xantcha, which is hopefully not me. Wildfire just wipes the board. Night Incarnate, I love this card. It's just a -3 board wipe. Languish, -4 board wipe. Yanni's Expertise, -3 board wipe. Last One Standing removal. I get to choose a random creature and destroy everything else. Unlicensed Disintegration removal. Terminate removal. Sudden Spoiling removal. And then we've got some more. I've got some sack outlets to prevent me from ending up with Xantcha on my end of the board. So that way people are starting to slowly drain me of my life. Goblin Bombardment, Maddening Imp, where if somebody doesn't attack, I can just tap it and force it to die, victimize. Again, sacrifice it, and then I can return 2 of my creatures to my battlefield. Vampiric Rites, enchantment allows me to sacrifice Xantcha. And then I have a whole section on wanting to play other people's spells. I really like these cards. They're not everyone's favorite cards, but I really enjoy them. So we're going to start with Soul and Strategy, where I can just start, exiling somebody else's spells and casting them. Dualcaster Mage gets me additional cards, or additional spells. Fury Storm, I can create new copies for a spell. Reverberate, and Xantcha. I kind of just put Xantcha in a lot of black decks just because I get to steal a good card and play it. And if I can recur him back onto the battlefield because it's black, he's pretty sweet. Win conditions. Rakdos Charm for token strategies. Gary. Cut to Ribbons. Revel in Riches with Brass's Bounty is pretty sweet, or just board wipes plus Revel in Riches. Rakdos Return. Exsanguinate. And Jaya's Immolating Inferno. Doesn't see a lot of play, but if I have Xantcha on my field, or even Xantcha, then I can burn some people out because I'm allowed to target three targets. Mana Rocks, Soul Ring, Sphere, Signet, Cluestone, Power Stone, Mind Stone, Talisman, Darksteel Ingot, Spectral Spotlight, Basalt Monolith, Cryptolith Fragment, which actually pings people incrementally. Ashnod's Altar is mana, but also another sack outlet at the end of the day. Thematic Compass is a sweet card that just kind of ramps me, but also allows me to, as it were, I'm pretty sure this is the Maze of Ith card. Non-basics. I have quite a few. Okay, Smoldering Marsh, Lavaclaw Reaches, High Market, Sacrifice, double the mana. Opal Palace just kind of makes Xantcha bigger every time I play it and give it. Throne of the High City, Reliquary Tower, makes Xantcha unblockable. Mana, Rakdos Guildgate. Man, I love this art for this Guildgate. Rakdos Carnarium, Akum Refuge, Bloodfell Caves. All right, and then basic lands. I am a stickler for having the same basic land art throughout. I don't just take random lands. I chose the Urza Saga Swamps because prior to Invasion, when Xantcha was created, prior to the Phyrexian Invasion, it was still the time of Urza. So I went with Urza Swamps. So 4, 8, 12, 13 swamps, and I believe 12 mountains. And then I've got my survivor tokens. But that's it for this deck tech. Feel free to leave a comment, question, possible upgrades you would include. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.